Hey, everybody, wait. It's another season, and it's episode 2. I think y'all liking this. Y'all back again. I'm gonna keep going for real this time. Y'all see the clips already rolling in, and it's gonna be a very fun season. That's all I have to say. I have an actual very good friend of mine from college, a model now. He always been modeling though. If you really know, he always been modeling. Also a basketball player. There's a lot to him. His name is Garang. I like to let him introduce himself a little bit though.
Appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you for having me here,
No,
brother.
always.
Yeah, my name is Garang, as he already said.
Hmm.
We went to college together, but a little bit about me. Yeah, I started modeling back in 21. We started with a runway. It was called Freedom, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Freedom.
yeah. So we started with
It's
Freedom.
UTSA fashion show
Yeah.
for all the people who don't really know the
Do they still
context.
do that?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're trying to really
Oh,
up
wow.
the
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. We started with Freedom. And from there, I remember I was too nervous, and boom, from there, people thought I was a professional model. That was my first time, you know what I mean? Kept going, and now I'm here. So I do this full time. I just moved to Dallas in April. And yeah, I'm
Mhm.
here on the pod now. Tony invited me on the
Welcome to
pod.
the
So
city.
yeah, I'm here,
I
bro.
remember in college
Yeah,
we used to
yeah,
always say this city, that city. I used to be like, bro, just come to Dallas. It's
yeah,
great vibes.
yeah.
Now you
Nah,
know. Now you can feel the.
Dallas the one, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Dallas the one. Out of all the cities I'll say in Texas, bro, it's like Houston got its own vibe. It remind me of like New York.
Hmm.
It got like the
Very fast
yeah,
paced.
yeah. Um, and all the other cities, San Antonio's a little slower. Austin, they got the same vibe, but Dallas really best of all the worlds. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's like Atlanta. It's like the Atlanta of
Yeah,
Texas.
it's a good
Yeah,
blend where you can just
yeah,
you can find your own place. If you want to go fast, you can go
yeah,
fast. You want to go
yeah,
slow, you can go
yeah,
slow.
yeah.
Just do your own thing, and you're gonna
Facts.
be all right.
It's facts. It's facts. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that's a little bit about me. But I think as we get conversating, they
Yeah,
could.
they could
I don't
figure
even
out a
know.
lot.
I don't even know how to answer that question, really, bro.
But tell them
Like,
about, cause look,
yeah,
you still tell them where you're from, cause I know you have a lot of
yeah,
pride in where you're from. I'm
yeah.
not gonna say it, cause you need to say
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So
You
I'm
just
from
power
South
in your
Sudan.
name,
No, I'm
power
from
in your
South
last
Sudan.
name.
Yeah, I'm from South Sudan. My name
Mm-hmm.
is Garang. And honestly, like, realistically, I came here when I was 6 months old, bro.
For real.
So yeah, I came from South Sudan when I was 6 months old. So the older I'm getting, is the more I'm getting connected to my culture, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So being South Sudanese, I'm actually very, the older I get, I'm very more connected to that. But man, yeah,
They find
like
ways
yeah,
to
like
get
even the
there.
community in Dallas, bro. The community in Dallas is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm actually like serving the youth.
Oh wow.
I got some things I'm doing here and there. Some ways that we're pulling them out of the nonsense. You know what I mean? Just the
Mm-hmm.
nonsense that you get caught up in. I got lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was doing nonsense in college. But it didn't end up in me being behind bars or dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And realistically, that's the reality for a lot of South Sudanese youth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I got a lot of things trying to pull them out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
especially because you came here since we were 6 months,
yeah, bro.
so I know
Yeah,
you had to just basically try to fend for
yeah,
yourself. I know
bro.
college, high
Man,
school,
what?
elementary school,
What? Man, I'm not gonna lie. I was confused, bro. You just a baby. You know what I mean?
bro.
You just looking at life. You
Now
know
you're
what I
hearing things you shouldn't be hearing.
Oh my
People just
gosh,
doing.
right,
I remember you told me even how, because you're a darker fellow.
bro. I'm the
I used to
darkest
get
the darkest fellow. Yeah,
I used to get a lot of jokes just because, oh, African guy, dark guy, blah
man,
blah blah
bro,
blah. He was telling me some of the things that people were trying to say that
bruh.
even the teachers were laughing too. Like, come
Bruh,
on
like
now.
the thing is, it's so crazy. Like you at the bottom of that bucket, bro. Like
Yeah.
you walking in a room and you the blackest, bro. Like you see these panels, like that's you. You know what I mean? Like they frying you. And the thing is, that do something to you when you a kid.
Yeah, make you build some tough skin you
Bro.
don't want to build, but
Bro, really, that make you just think black skin suck. You know what I mean? It's like that's a crazy thought.
yeah,
You
because
know?
everybody's always saying negative things.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to for sure get out of that mindset. And what's crazy is like me now modeling, bro, and being in spaces where people are like, "You're so beautiful." It's like
It's a complete
it's so
180.
wild to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you mean? Like this same brain, these same eyes have witnessed the world tell me I'm like,
Two different
two
things.
different things, bro. So it's so wild. It's so wild. And
That's
honestly,
why I
yeah,
find it beautiful that you're
yeah,
doing what you're doing with the
crazy.
kids,
It's
because
crazy.
now they can get a good foundation from
Yeah,
young rather than have to go through the fire and
yeah,
make
yeah.
mistakes and do
Yep,
this.
yep. And even I want to be that pillar, you know what I mean, for them. Because
Hmm.
realistically, if I'd have seen a fashion model growing up that looked like me, I'd have been like, bro, you think I'm ugly, but he doing his thing.
Yeah, you gonna tell me I'm ugly? He
Yeah,
making how
yeah.
much doing that?
You
And
see what I
you,
mean? And
like,
you in here, you know what I
you
mean?
feel me?
But nah, it's so crazy. So now, I'm like, wow. I don't want to forget that feeling, but I do want to forget that feeling in a sense, and
Mm-hmm.
step into fully who I am. But it's like I can't. You know what I mean? I just
Because
gotta.
it's still a part of
It's
yourself.
still a part of my testimony.
Hmm.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's the beautiful thing because
Yeah.
now you could start the story off however, but
Yeah.
now it's really folding
Yeah.
on to something beautiful.
Yep. God is good, bro.
You know, it's
God
all
is
the
good.
time.
Yeah, all the time.
God is good.
Come on.
Now I like this too because I
Yeah.
remember in college, like you said, we were on some things that we shouldn't have
Oh
been
my
doing.
gosh. Yeah.
We were just trying to have fun. It's college though, so going to class, doing
Yeah.
this, and we stayed right across the street from each other.
Yep.
And I'm a freshman. He was a sophomore.
Yeah.
If I was bored or I need somebody to talk to, I go to their crib. So
100%.
he kind of took me under his wing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much because everybody got to live their own life.
Yeah.
But he really showed me the ropes about
Yeah.
UTSA
Yeah.
before I could.
Yeah, use the bro, use the
Mhm.
bro. And especially like even in college, I had somebody take me under my wing. It was like Perry and
Yeah.
Chitty and all them, the bros Kingsley, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
thing is, even though we was all in the party scene and doing all that stuff, I think there was something deeper about that, a
Yeah.
connection. It
'Cause
wasn't just about that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
just about partying. We
Yeah.
could party together, but
Yeah.
we were actually kicking it on a regular
Bro,
basis. If I
yeah.
needed something,
Literally.
if I needed even help with a class, y'all
Yeah.
helped me.
Yeah, we there.
That was crazy
Yeah,
because like
we there.
most times whenever I was even trying to find people to help me out with classes, it'd be like,
Mhm.
bro, I'm struggling myself,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. All right, then we could. It's two heads
Yeah.
strong better than
Crazy.
one. So it's like,
Crazy. We
but
staying
yeah,
up. We staying up at the what was it called? What was that spot? A and
y'all
B. A and B. I forgot.
outposts.
No. The
No.
library, bro. Where you
Oh yeah,
A-
group spot A and
group
B.
spot A and B, bro. Legendary. Oh my gosh,
As soon as
man.
COVID hit, nobody was there
Bro,
anymore.
it shut down, bro.
Completely.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel
Yeah.
bad, bro.
Yeah.
They missed out. People missed out
'Cause
on
that was actually cultural
times.
part of
Bro,
UTSA.
what? I think honestly, for me, I believe that we lived the best college experience, bro. Period. And college is not measured by just parties. Let me say that.
But the people you
But I
meet, the
think the
connections you
people, the
make.
connections, I think we're right in that moment where it's like, man, everybody's outside their dorms. We going to hang out here and there and do this and that,
Going
bro.
from city to city.
Oh my gosh.
We even drove all the way
Yeah.
to A&M for dance.
Bro, like, and it was just the way that everybody was connected, but that just kind of, of course life goes on, but, just seeing that, I'm like, man, that was great, bro, So, yeah, bro,
That was lovely.
time was monumental. Yeah. But looking forward, you know what I mean? There's so many good things forward too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I see a lot of people getting in long-term relationships.
Yeah, people getting married now.
Everything, you know what I mean? And even me, I think one thing that I've chosen to do is keep my career life and private life private. I see people that do both. They like
Yeah, they kind of
combine
blend
it.
the two and
They
let
blend
everything
them.
kind of flow together.
And, I think personally, I see how later on people are like, man, I wish I'd have kept that private. Not everything
Mhm.
needs to be on social media. So I think for me, it's like moving forward, I'm like, oh, there's things that social media can see for sure, but realistically, my social media is portraying what I wanted to portray at
Facts.
the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people do get intrusive when it comes down
Yeah.
to seeing you on social media.
Oh,
Now they
yeah.
see this and see
Yeah.
that, be like, oh yeah, I know him. But even if you were with me on a regular basis,
Yeah.
who'd say that you truly know what I'm going through, what I gotta see to actually get to the other side.
Yeah, man. It's cool, bro. But man, life is moving. It's moving. How about you, bro? What's been going on in life now? What has Tommy got going on?
I'm trying to do a lot bigger and better things now.
Yeah.
Back then I was in some things I shouldn't have been doing, but also I was also trying to be creative back then as well,
Yeah.
just like you were as well.
Yeah.
We were bouncing off each other. You were trying to do your modeling thing.
Yeah.
I was always trying to figure out how I'm gonna get photography, videography, and then my brand to mesh together in a sense.
Yeah.
But now it's a lot more mature for what I'm doing. Because
Yeah.
rather than just trying to wing it and do this, it's now I'm trying to have everything structured.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to see how I'm gonna present myself to social media in a better light than just some random mysterious guy.
Yeah.
Like you said, trying to keep everything balanced
Yeah.
because you know how I am.
It's true.
I don't like giving people too much and also understanding that if I am to put myself out there, I had to give people more than
Yeah, bro. You have a lot to offer. I've had a lot of time to know you. And I think growing up, sometimes as men, as black men, we're told, okay, just be quiet. You know what I mean? Like, just say, what's needed to be said here, but don't share your feelings. Don't share this. Don't share that. You got a lot to say, bro. You know what I mean? You got a lot of experiences. That's why I was so excited to come out here. And I'm excited to see how you know, grow into the man that that
I'm
you're
becoming,
about to be because even talking to you now, bro, you've grown. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I ain't.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot, you know.
Yeah,
There's a lot to say, bro, in so little time. But yeah, bro, I'm proud of you, bro.
thank you
You're
very
doing your
much.
thing, bro.
That means a lot,
You're doing your thing, bro. I see you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
likewise though, because
yeah,
we were literally, like I said, we were always bouncing off each other. I remember once I couldn't even do a shoot with you, and you had to borrow the camera for Clinton,
yeah,
and y'all made a beautiful shoot
yeah,
with the.
yeah,
It was very culturally inspired,
yeah.
and that I think that was the moment where I knew, like, okay, yeah, this is something that he want to take serious.
Bro,
Because from
I'm
there
so
you
glad you
started.
brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up, bro. Cause that was honestly, I think till this day, I think that might be one of my favorite shoots to this day. And
Hmm.
that was my first shoot, you know. I remember Clint was like, let's do the shoot. And at that time I didn't know what I wanted to do, you know, but that was at the time that I was getting connected back to my culture for real.
Hmm.
You know, I was being more isolated, you know. God is redefining who I am, what my purpose is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
around
Telling
that
me,
time you really did stop
oh
going
yeah,
outside, stop
I
doing things
didn't, you know,
unnecessarily. Yeah.
because I was having an identity crisis. You know what I mean? I'm like, who am I? You know, and I feel like everybody has an identity crisis at some point in their life. Some people crack under it. You know,
Yeah.
some people, you know, they do this, they do that. But me, I think I just internalized it, and I was like, so God, who do you say I am? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And you know, I remember outside, I was like, why don't we get some like clay or chalk? It was literally from outside, you know. And I was like, let me put that on my face. And when we started taking the pictures, I don't know, I felt so connected, you know what I mean, to my culture in a way. My parents hit me up. It's so funny. My mom, my dad hit me up, and they're like, you look like somebody that, you know, like,
Actually,
yeah, like you look like you grew up there, you know. And to them, that's just so shocking because
yeah,
like
I
even
can
they
tell
know
that
that I'm,
yeah, they love that.
yeah, because even being here, bro, I went by the name. So my name is Garang. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You
Good
roll
on.
the R. But even growing up, I changed it to Garang or this or that. And I can only think about it from my parents' perspective. They're like, oh man, my own son doesn't want to go by his name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't really understand the
Yeah,
significance of that until I
yeah,
grew up of
yeah,
trying to like
yeah,
correct these people.
yeah. You
Because
have to.
there's
Yeah,
meaning behind that
there
name.
is.
It's
There
not
is.
just, oh,
Yeah,
it's not a throwaway, it's something that
bro.
truly
A
holds
name.
weight.
That's who you are. You know
It's
what I
your, it's
mean?
your
That's who
true
you are.
identity.
Yeah, and I think you know, growing up and seeing how they just seen me trading my identity for, you know what I mean, for a new one that I
Yeah.
made up or like that I
For
was getting.
comfort.
Oh my gosh, you know. So even now when I introduce myself, there's some people that can't roll their R's.
Hmm.
So I don't say gurung. I say gurung, you know.
Hmm. Still give it that
Yeah, yeah,
strong,
but
yeah.
if they could roll their R's, they'll say it correctly. But when they seen that picture, they're like, wow, like you know what I mean? I could see you're coming back, you know, to who you are. You see what I mean?
That
And
proud
oh
parent
my
moment.
gosh. And then even other people were like, they thought I was in South Sudan.
For
Other
real?
people are hitting my parents up like, when did G go to South Sudan? Like,
No,
what?
it's just in San
No,
Antonio
this is
in the
San Antonio, Texas,
fields.
under the bridge, you know, on the side, you know,
Yeah,
by a
right
little river.
there.
Man,
And
but
that
you
was
know,
not.
yeah,
I'm a well, I'm gonna see how I can, but y'all
yeah.
need to see those photos. You still got
Yeah.
them up, right?
I do. I believe I did. I might have archived them, but I'll pull them back out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it's a different vibe from. Imagine basically I'm Grand's friend. All we do is hoop together, damn near hoop, and then we chill.
Yeah.
We do homework and then regular college things. One day he just pop out with some crazy photos,
Man, it's
and then
true.
from there start just modeling different
Yeah.
things for himself. The freedom start picking up more and more,
Man,
and then
bro,
now you're
God
doing
is
things for Nike.
crazy.
That's insane.
Bro, that's crazy.
I go to Nike, go buy something. You're right
Bro,
there,
I'm there.
right. All right.
And it's like,
I went to college with.
bro, I'm like, what? Even me, I'm shocked. I'm just as shocked as you, bro. Because even I think I said a little while ago, bro, but I remember in middle school, I
Mm.
couldn't even afford Nike socks, you know, Nike Elite socks. You know, that was the thing.
Now they
What?
paying you to wear their
Bro, I
clothes.
was like, man, I
Whew.
wish I could just get some Nike Elite socks, you know, and I couldn't
That's
get them.
God, man.
Bro, even in high school, bro, I never bought one pair of Nikes. My only Nikes I had, my friend Josh, you know, he gave them to me. They're these bright red, I think LeBron 10s or
You
something,
used
bright
to
orange or
okay. I
something.
mean, you hooped in them
Bro,
before?
I might have hooped in them, bro, something. Those were hyper dunks. Those were hyper dunks that I was,
Yeah.
but my friend Josh gave me some bright orange LeBrons, and I wore them everywhere with joggers, everything. People ain't understand, you know, but that was my first pair of Nikes. Now I'm on the
So
site,
yeah, that's gonna mean something
and
different.
I'm like, what? This is crazy. And God is like, I got you. I ain't forget. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh man, that's crazy. Exceedingly abundantly. more than you could ask, think. You know what I mean?
That's
Crazy.
beautiful.
Yeah, God is good, bro. And I think that was a monumental part of my life. Even in college, I didn't really talk about God like that. I grew up, of course, in church and stuff, but I think after partying and doing all these things, bro, I was losing my mind.
Because now it's like, what is this for real?
Bro, I'm seeking pleasure every day. I'm waking up for pleasure. I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, just for pleasure. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
What's the actual
Bro,
root of it all? When does it
bro,
end?
it
Or
was
when do
because
I
there's a
become?
hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in my
Yeah.
heart. You know what I mean? That I was filling with other stuff. And bro, that's even shout out to UTSA. There's for sure parts of my identity that I've gained over there, which I can't forget. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Being
But
in that type of African community
bro,
too.
oh my god,
Because I know that had to be like a little culture shock going
bro,
from
what? Amarillo, Texas,
Amarillo and then all the way to UTSA. And now
bro,
you're around the actual diverse
bro,
African community, not just
bro.
like family and friends.
I was in middle school, bro, and a girl would come up to me and be like, "I've never seen a black person before. You're the first black person I've ever seen." In middle school. Like this is middle school, and I gotta accept that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's because Amarillo's in a city that it's like there's other surrounding small cities, but I forget how
Tiny.
isolated that is
Bro,
really.
because Amarillo's
You know what I
not.
mean,
It's not like, bro. It's like Tech
bro?
over there.
Yeah,
That's El Paso, and
yeah,
Amarillo is just in the
bro.
middle.
So I didn't understand, bro, and I came to college, bro. And this is something that I don't even know if you know, bro. I remember, bro, growing up, one biggest thing, of course, like elementary, all that stuff, hating your skin, bro. One of the biggest things that I wanted to do was bleach my skin, bro. Have I ever told you that?
I don't think so, because I wouldn't have reacted
Yeah, 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 yeah.
well.
Isn't that crazy?
Bro, I'm so glad you didn't.
I
I
wanted to,
hate that so
bro. I
much.
wanted to bleach my skin, and I didn't.
Just to feel a
Yeah, no,
little.
I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was just horrible. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
No,
growing up,
thank God for growth,
and I'm
man.
thinking it's horrible, bro. So I go to college. You know what I mean? And think about, imagine what the first thing I buy with my refund check is:
What was it?
some bleaching cream. Think about that, bro.
That's pain.
Isn't that crazy? And I remember, bro, like the bleaching cream coming. It's shipping. It's on the way. And at that time, I wanted to hoop. Remember I wanted to hoop.
Yeah, you was in the
Yeah,
lab.
bro. But I
Yeah.
tore my meniscus, so I tore my knee going into college. And as I'm going into college and my knee is torn, I'm like, God, why'd you do this? That's the only reason I came to UTSA.
Hmm.
Like I wanted to walk on, do what I do, you know what I mean, and do it, and just keep going. But I tore my meniscus, and now me and Ding are at UTSA, and I'm like, what do we do? We start going to these orgs. That's the only way I got connected to ASA
Hmm.
because I tore my knee. You
That's
know,
funny.
and now, I got invited to ASA by Perry. He's seen us in the gym. He's like, "Yo, come through." You know what I mean? I come through, my bleaching cream on the way. You know what I mean? I go to an ASA event, bro. First thing that happens is Sonny. I think Tony. So people come up and they're just showing love, like crazy love. You know what I
That's
mean,
crazy because those are some of like the
bro?
bubbliest people too.
Bro, and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean my skin is
He's-
this and that? Why y'all showing me love? Bro, in my whole life, it was like a reality shock, bro.
Mhm.
That same day I go home, my bleaching cream's there.
He looking at it like, mm,
Bro, I'm in the bathroom. I was still gonna put it on, bro.
yeah,
I was still gonna start. So I put it on my hands. Something inside of me, bro. God just like, I think at that time, I just heard something was like, you know, what you just experienced is a sneak peek of the life you could live. But if you do this, you're not gonna live it.
yeah. You can't.
Bro, I flushed it on the toilet, bro. And
Thank
that's how
God.
my college experience started, bro. And nobody even knows
You
that,
made it.
bro.
You made a major decision the
Isn't that
first.
a big, big decision, bro?
Because imagine if
Yeah,
you did.
bro. I wouldn't be where I am right now,
Because it's
bro.
bro, that's just, it's
It's
scars.
permanent.
It's
It's permanent.
permanent. You
It's
can never
permanent.
gain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It literally breaks down the melon all the way
It does
down to
all
your
that, bro.
atoms.
And that even just shows me like what people are going through behind closed doors. They don't even know it's a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like I was really going through that,
Not
bro.
loving yourself just because of other
Yeah,
people's
bro.
perception.
And people think I'm playing about that. And it's like, no, no, no. I was really like mentally not all right because of what I grew up with. And now I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I see other kids going through this and that. And I'm like, oh, I got to encourage you.
Yeah. And I
'Cause,
also know your
yeah,
run-ins, because we had some run-ins with the law, even though
oh,
we
of
weren't
course.
doing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember once they tried to pick on, because I was riding with you, they tried to pick on us
Oh, of course.
when we were leaving while everybody else was strolling past.
Of course.
They don't see the tall black guy.
Yeah, of course. Of
Talking about
course.
some.
And that's just the reality we have to live in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's just the reality we have to live in. And I think even what's funny is that the older I get, brother, for some reason, bro, this hate the police movement, bro, I started agreeing with it. I don't know when it was, bro, but I thought about it again and it didn't make sense to me. I was like,
Hmm.
what? I think there's a Bible verse that talks about, law enforcement and these officials and that God places them in these positions to protect you. Like they're here to protect you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I was like, what? And it's like, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to be scared of. So I was like, okay, let me switch my mind, bro. Man, anytime that I get involved with police officers or this or that, bro, why don't I just make their life easier? By just telling them I'm not doing nothing. But it's scary if you're doing something wrong, bro.
Yeah.
And if you'd have caught me in college, I was doing many things wrong.
I
You
mean,
know, I was,
even
yeah,
sometimes you weren't.
yeah. Oh man, nah, yeah. Hey, look, this is on the air. You know what I mean? Like, hey, uh,
Now, don't act like you was just horrible in college, man. You were still
bro,
doing what you was doing. You
bro,
were still bringing people together.
oh, for sure, for sure. But the activities we are doing, I'm just like, oh wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, God is good, bro. He's a restorer.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, bro. So yeah, man, like yeah, just God is good, bro. When I just reminisce and think about it, bro, it's just that's all I could say. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
So
And
how was it getting saved? Because I remember
yeah,
that was a journey for you in itself.
big, big,
Because at first, like you said, we were just living day to day,
yeah,
having to just go through it, making sure that we were just trying to
yeah,
one pass our classes, two
yep,
eat.
yep. It's
Then
true.
on the weekend we just have fun, do whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, bro. I think the journey of getting saved, bro, started in of course, with me like drowning myself with drugs and alcohol. Um, to the point where it's like now I'm hiding from myself. You know what I mean? I couldn't deal with my thoughts, couldn't deal with the failed relationships, I couldn't deal with this and that. I couldn't deal with all these things, bro. And they got to the point where I was just in my room, bro. And for the first time in my life, I had suicidal thoughts, like just crazy, just thoughts about um, taking my life in a way. And I never dealt with that. And me as a person, I think you kind of like got this off of me. Like if I make a decision, I'm just go with it, then deal with the consequences after,
Yeah, because
you know.
hesitating isn't going to do anything
Yeah.
but prolong whatever outcome.
But that decision is not the best decision to jump straight into. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So
And I
that's what I say.
think
It is good to plan and calculate,
Yeah, I think
but
at that moment,
man, it was
that's when God, I had my
sporadics.
first encounter and he led me back to church, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And when I went back to church for the first time, bro, in how long? I think this was 2021. First time in first time in my life, bro, I heard him talking to me, but through a person. You know what I mean? It seemed like I was hearing him, but through a preacher. Like
Yeah, divine intervention
I'm
in
like,
a
how
sense.
how are you talking to me? How do you know what I'm going through? But you on stage. Like how does it seem like you was there last night? Or like you was there this last week or you was there through my life? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Kept coming back. And as I'm listening to God through a preacher, you know what I mean? God is instructing me to just give my life over to him. I didn't even know what that meant, bro. I'm like, I don't know what that means. And he just told me to come to the altar. I go to the altar. And at the time when I just hit my knees, that's all I know what to do. Bro, I just start crying. I just start crying, bro. And this type of cry, bro, I don't think I've ever cried this cry. It was a cry that was like a baby. Like when a baby is born, they're really just crying everything out, and with no hope for anything except that the solution's gonna come to them. And that was the type of cry. It's like I just didn't. I just started crying. And at that moment, after I was done crying, people are praying for me. The next thing the Lord is telling me to do is get baptized, bro. And I already got baptized when I was a kid. So I was like, that's a whole process. That's you just go into water. Um, but that time was different. I think at that moment, uh, when I went under the water and came back up out of the water, for the first time in my life, I experienced what people call peace. You know what I mean? Like even when you being comfortable with silence, you know what I mean? Being
Hmm.
comfortable with your own thoughts, being comfortable with um, taking walks, being comfortable with just I see a lot of people living that life, even like a lot of people in America living that life. And I was confused. How you sit in a coffee shop? That was something that's new to me. Like, how do you just sit in a coffee shop and just drink some
Just
coffee?
no thoughts, no
No
nothing, no
thoughts, no
music,
worries. Like, you're not worried about
just
money.
vibe.
You're not worried about like your rent. You're not worried about your friends. You're not worried about this. You're not worried. Like, how you just
Truly the act of loving yourself.
peace. You know what I mean? And at that moment, I experienced that peace for the first time. So then from there, God just took me on this journey of uh, removing all the things that I leaned on and then replacing it with truth, of who I am. and that's where I am now, and I'm a product of that. It's I don't I don't rely on anything other than, him to
That
guide me.
glory.
You know what I mean? And he's good. He's good.
Look how far you come.
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. Like imagine like I like to compare it to people like this. Like imagine if like LeBron James was your dad.
Yeah.
Like how much worries would you have? Like if he was, he had all the money in the world and all this stuff, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have much worries, like if you want anything, he's gonna give it to you. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, how much more God? You know?
Yeah, 'cause that's a different level.
How much more God,
It's the highest of the highest.
So I'm like, I'm gonna just trust him. If I need anything, my dad got it. You know what I mean? If I need anything, he got it. If you want to put me in Nike, you want to do this, he got it. I don't need to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, my last shoe in Nike came out my last one. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But he got me. You know what I mean? He got me right at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I can't wait till you do more with it too, because I know
Yeah.
this is just the beginning.
Bro, yes, bro. Yes, and I think it's just a testament, bro, of what he can do, with a life, bro, that's submitted to him. Because even, bro, when I first went into modeling, I wasn't saved. So,
Mm-hmm. Remember, you went out to like
New
New
York.
York
Yeah,
with
I
it.
was in New York.
Yeah.
I was living there, bro,
Yeah, you
for a little
walked
while.
Fashion Week.
Yeah, I was walking Fashion Week. I wasn't saved at that time, though, bro. So, even as I was there, bro, I was doing the same things I did in college there, bro. And man, I was depressed, bro.
Yeah, I was just trying to fill a void, but not actually addressing it.
And that's so crazy, bro. I was to people on like IG and this and that. I'm living the life,
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. The perception thing is just like
bro.
looking from the outside in. People
I'm
just think whatever
depressed,
they
bro.
think.
I'm depressed. I'm sad. I'm looking for fulfillment every day. I'm waking up seeing like I'm like this. Other models are like this. I'm comparing. I'm sad. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
comparison for
bro?
sure, the thief of joy.
And how am I comparing with something that I ain't even have before?
Exactly.
Like, bro, you see how
You
ungrateful I
just got
was?
you just
Like,
got
oh
out there.
my
You kind of
gosh.
can't even enjoy
Like, bro,
the new setting.
like it's so crazy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, he's just giving me another sense of you're in the right place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're a kid on the playground, you wasn't really tripping.
Yeah.
You're in the right place. You're gonna worry about being the fastest on the playground. You're running. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it doesn't matter about nothing. Just having
Nothing
fun.
else, bro. And I think that's the reality he brought me back to. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm in the right place at the right time. I got nothing else to worry about, bro. So yeah, bro. Yeah, God is good, and I think moving forward, there's just so much that He's gonna do. I know, but I don't need to worry about it. Whatever it looks like, whether He said this is the last day modeling, all right, that's fine. I know you got something better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, so just so to give you a little bit of context
Yeah.
for behind, because you weren't just going out there doing small shows in New York either.
Mm-mm.
You were
That's
working
on
with people
Vogue, right?
that
Yeah.
that was straight off the
Straight off first show, yeah.
first
Yeah.
real fact. Imagine going from Freedom in San Antonio,
Yeah.
small event,
Yeah.
college event. Now you're doing Vogue.
Willie Chaveria, he's up now. He's like the men's fashion designer of the year 2024.
And then that was your introduction to
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. I think at that show, even there's celebrities walking around, this and that, and I don't even know celebrities like that, bro.
and now, but you just seeing faces, seeing
Yeah.
how everybody treating
Yeah,
them.
treating them. I'm like, oh, I'm walking around. I'm done with the show. I'm going home. You know what I mean? That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my. I don't
You
know
got
what's
your
going
money,
on.
all right. Let me just go where I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be.
let me just go home. You know what I mean? And I think that was even when I stepped back out, when I stepped out of the industry, jumped back in, bro. I'm trying to educate myself, and I'm still am
Mm-hmm.
of who people are.
Yeah, because it's different from
Yeah.
what they show versus
Yeah, bro. Like you could go and see somebody that has 2,000 followers, but this guy right here is the head fashion designer of this.
Yeah.
Why your profile look like that? They don't care.
They live real life.
They don't care. They live in life. They actually live it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They don't use social media as a tool. Social media is
No.
an extension of
No.
something they have.
So true. It's so true. But yeah, bro, modeling. Even now, I'm encouraging others. So now I got free. I give game out for free, bro.
I was on a few of your calls.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So bro, I have a Zoom call this Saturday. And I'm gonna try to do it every Saturday. But yeah, I'm giving out as much game as I can for free. And then those people that want my time, then of course, like that's
Mhm.
because I've also created like 30-day content plans for people, that have called me to do that. I set aside a time for one-on-ones, but the thing is, when I'm doing that, a 30-day content plan for me, it take like 2-3 weeks to create, because I'm creating every single day for you, what to do. But the free stuff, it's bro, I got an IG community. Zoom
Go in
calls,
there,
that stuff
talk,
is, yeah,
yeah,
bro.
answer
That's all you
questions,
need. You
be
know what
there
I
face
mean?
to face.
And YouTube. But if you want that extra step, of course it's there. But nah, bro, I'm trying to give out the game while I can because I know in 5, 10 years I'm not gonna be able to. You know,
I mean, you
um,
never know.
5, 10 years, I hope I'm not still in this position.
I
Yeah,
mean, for sure be
yeah,
different.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
been progressing well. I know you're doing
yeah,
the thing with the
yeah.
kids.
Oh yeah,
It's not gonna be the same, but I
yeah, yeah,
mean, by then you'll have really, really grounded yourself to the point
yeah,
where
yeah.
you don't just know it, you are it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's what I'm trying to walk in. I'm trying to gift people, you
Hmm.
know, me knowing my purpose. Let that be the gift. You know what I mean? Yeah,
That's refreshing, especially for kids. So I'm very proud of you for that
yeah. Appreciate it, family.
because a lot of
Yeah,
people they do need that when they're younger. It's
yeah,
not easy to find. It's something that without an actual community, you're just lost, wandering.
yeah, bro. He was wondering, uh, and I've been blessed. I've been blessed, bro. So all I could do is share that love, and if you're receptive to it, um, man, you'll grow from it. You know what I mean? The same way I
Hmm.
did. Same way I did, bro. Yeah. Yeah, modeling, it's a whole new world, bro. Even just being out there, I'm like, wow.
What else was your like initial shocks when you first
Yeah.
got into that? Because I know it was you had the celebrities and then you're doing
Yeah.
this, but
Yeah.
also I kind of want to know a little bit more about the designers
The
and
designers.
how everything was
Boom.
backstage and
Boom.
how you adjusted to that's
Great
different
questions.
pace.
Those are great questions. Bro, like when you go backstage, it's even, bro, like sitting there and getting my uh they do a face routine for me. They do my feet, they do my hands, they do everything, fix my hair. Even having that treatment at first, I was like, what's going on? Like, everybody else acting like this is normal. I'm like, bro, I just came from Freedom in San Antonio.
You gotta do everything yourself.
Now I'm yeah, yeah. What you mean? Comb your hair in the mirror and get moving, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
nah, it's shifted, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, people are coming to that's their job. They're getting paid to take care of you.
Hmm.
You're getting paid to take pictures. The people taking pictures, you know what I mean? So everybody's an expert.
Hmm.
Um, so as I'm seeing these other experts, I'm seeing these people backstage. I'm like, wow, it's like, bro, it's literally an ecosystem. It's almost like entering into. It's almost like you're in water and then coming back into the air. You know what I mean? It's the other side of the lens. Like now, when I see advertisements, bro, I'm in Nike the other day or Hibbett Sports. I see my friend. You know what I mean? Like on one of the things, I take a picture, send it to him. So it's a whole different view of life. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, it's just shifted it. So behind the scenes with everybody, it's like, bro, I could be following somebody on IG and tomorrow I'll see them at a shoot. You know what I mean? Or I could be seeing somebody on this commercial and tomorrow I see them at a shoot.
Do you actually work with everybody that builds it from the ground up rather than seeing
Yeah,
the final product 24
bro.
7?
Wait, you said what?
You're with the people who build it from the ground
Yeah,
up rather
yo,
than
bro. Even no, I mean just like people that are just making it, like people that
yeah.
have millions of followers or this or that, and you know, like they're actually doing it. And
Hmm.
5 years ago, I'm looking at these people like unreachable. You know what I mean?
Now
But
you're there,
bro, we
seeing
talking.
what makes them them.
Yeah, and they're very human. You know what I mean? They're very, very human. But what I will say is the one separating factor between the people in those rooms and uh, what kept me from that room or the other people that I speak to, like the bridge,
Hmm.
is their habits. You know what I mean? It's their habits. A lot of them that I talk to, they're constantly improving every single day. Like they're running every day. Like they got a routine, a face routine, or this routine every day. They go to Pilates, they do this, they do that. Like their schedule is jam packed. I'm like, do you sleep? Like, do you even sleep? You know what I mean? Y'all don't talk nothing about sleep. You do this, you do that. Um, but the thing is, the other people I talk to are kind of like who I was in the past. Like they're just trying to fit modeling in their day.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me maybe take a digital when I got time. Let me do this. Let me take a photo shoot when I got
So
time.
that separation and structure truly
Oh
is
my
what
gosh.
separates them in real
Yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. It's not about just taking a photo shoot at 6 o'clock that night or at 9 a.m. that morning. No, no, no. It's
Hmm.
when you wake up. Did you run? Are you taking
Yeah,
care of
that's
your
the first
face?
step.
Are you, what do your nails look like? How about your hair?
How
On top of that,
presentable are
oh
you?
my, what did you eat? You know what I mean? That is what's going to get you in that room. That's what's going to get you in that room. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's a great experience. Like even when I'm at Nike, the team, bro, being behind the lens and seeing the team, like there's so much things that I can't talk about because we sign all these things
Hmm.
because it's proprietary information. But just the team, I love talking about the team, like the team behind the lens, bro. That's why it's so excellent. You know what I
It
mean?
actually feels like a community
Oh
rather
man,
than
like
just coworkers.
bro, they take time in the craft that they're doing. Everybody's an expert, and on top of that, the atmosphere created is reflected in the lens. You know what I mean? Like this
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere is reflected in this podcast. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, bro, this is great. This might be my favorite podcast, bro.
thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, because you're a great guy.
Hey, I'm
But
trying. I'm trying.
yeah,
I live my life, and now let me do
yeah.
it the right way.
You're a great guy, bro.
Thank you.
But yeah, the atmosphere is always reflected in the lens, and that's what I try to embody when I take pictures or my photo shoots. But at Nike, man, it's that atmosphere, man. I love going there. I love speaking to them. I love talking to them. They're actually great people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out Nike team for real, which camera I
Shout
don't
out
know, but
Nike team.
shout out,
Yeah,
shout
I
out.
like how y'all make my boy look on camera.
Nah, yeah, they're amazing, man. So yeah, bro. But I think even with like modeling, there's so much to it. There's so much I think about it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But that questions are way better than which lane to go into. I was telling my brother over here a second ago, bro. It's like yeah, it's a web.
Yeah.
It's a web, man. It's a the ecosystem. It's impossible to just narrow it down into one, So yeah, man. I'm honestly thinking of getting into more like film, like acting, small films, short films.
That would be very
But
nice.
I've never so like the same way I've never seen somebody modeling, I've never seen somebody Sudanese, a male acting.
At that
Like
level,
yeah,
there's usually more. I'm gonna say domesticated
yeah,
rather than
yeah.
international.
Yep. It's a lot of yeah, we'll just keep it there. But I've never seen somebody that had my story or looks like me in that room to where
Yeah.
somebody that is me in elementary could be like, I want to be like him. That's what I'm trying to do.
You trying to break doors down?
Oh,
I like it.
oh yeah, most definitely, bro, most definitely. Yeah,
Get in and make some room.
yeah. Gotta make some room, bro. Represent, encourage the younger generation, bro. Think
Yeah.
generationally.
Because once they feel like they can do it, now everything starts getting better for
Now
everybody.
you're doing something. Now you're doing something. You know what I mean? You're not thinking selfishly no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's about everybody. You know what I mean? So
that's the one thing I don't like about the overall
yeah,
generation.
yeah,
They're a little too selfish.
yeah, man. And I was a victim of that. I'm gonna keep it real, bro.
Crabs in a
Like,
barrel, for
oh
real.
my goodness, man. I was so focused on myself that I didn't realize the people around me drowning. So sad, you know what I mean? And it's like simple conversation, bro.
Could
What
have
they did
fixed
for
it
me, bro, at ASA, you know what I mean? Like just talking to me, you saved me from bleaching myself. And you didn't even know that just by encouraging me. Is that
just by being there.
bro, just by being there, you know what I mean? I don't even know what they're doing right now. I see them on IG and stuff, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
just seeing how that impacted me. I'm like, bro, I need to encourage people. Whether I'm at Walmart, whether I'm at here, I need to encourage
Spread the
people.
love that you've been shown.
I have to. Like, it's not even an option. I have to. Like, that's what I have to
That's
do.
a great mindset.
Yeah, bro.
Amongst the other mindsets you had,
Oh my gosh.
that's a
Yeah.
great
My
mindset.
mindset used to be cooked, But God restored me, bro. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to slowly start getting into the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You see, this is my way of showing what I can do.
Yeah.
On where maybe we could work together.
Yeah, no, bro, why not? And I think even what separates what I've seen as well, just put you on game. What I've seen
Mm-hmm.
also, bro, people that make it. So let's say you're looking for views. Say your objective is views. Say your objective is just having a podcast or just talking or expressing your thoughts. I see that they're uniquely them. You know what I mean? That's why I say
being yourself will take you the furthest.
don't shy away from being you. You know what I mean? You may try to be like glue and be like the person everybody needs every time they walk in. But don't do that. Just be you. And some people it's going to merge with, some people it's not. But even that friction, that's what people like, because that's two frictions of two personalities, But if you're always being glue, you know what I mean?
You start saying things that shouldn't be sticking.
Yeah. So it's like just be you, bro. Be whatever you are. You know what I mean? And that's your lane, bro.
I trust this creative director told me with fashion designer. That's how I am.
I could see it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it, bro. I
trust. I got some things I would genuinely love to show you that I got planned for this year.
Yeah. Bro, we will talk, bro. Yeah.
Because you know how much I've been I've been going with it. Just not maybe not as hard as you've been going with the modeling, but I've been Because you were one of the first people that saw the original drop.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you seen me trying to do a clothing brand, bro. There's so many things that you can't juggle at once. So I'll pick that up at the right time. But bro, your brand is tough.
Thank you.
Like it's super tough. Like
Thank you,
even
thank you,
like
thank
the reversibles, the hologram. I see it, bro. The holographics, bro. I see it. I'm like, that's tough, bro.
Thank you.
The thing is, yeah, bro, just keep doing it. Like that's all it is to it, bro. You just keep doing it. Before you know it, man, I got some merch on. People are like, where you get that from? Boom, boom, boom. Somebody's wearing it in this shoot and this and that, and before you know it, and if that's what you're looking for, bro, I'm around a lot of creatives that really don't care about numbers no more. They don't care about numbers, revenue. They just create for creating. So once you establish that, am I creating just to create, or am I creating to actually be this, and this as a path for that? You know,
I want to create to actually create.
yeah,
I don't want to just.
yeah,
It's not really too much about the numbers right now. It's
yeah,
more about getting the vision out there more than
yeah,
anything.
bro. You doing it, bro. I see it.
Thank you.
I see it, bro. It's super tough. Actually, right after this, bro, I'm copping. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's tough.
You know, I like to hear that.
That's tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you
that
very much,
reminded me,
man.
bro. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Wara.
World for the world, go for gold. That's why we call it the gold standard. It's also why I call this podcast "It Takes a Village." As you can see, my village and his village kind of intertwined during college.
Yeah.
Got a little better. Now you see him going off, building his own village, and also being a leader in the village.
Yeah.
That's not something everybody could do. Not something that we don't actually have a normalized thing of people should be doing. Like it's something that once it's done, everybody eats. So I really want y'all to say good things to him because y'all didn't go find him on his social media. You see him talk about himself, his culture, the people around him, more about modeling and his story as well. It's a very beautiful story, but don't sleep a little bit. He's good people's. Like he said, I'm good. He's good people's.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'd like to say very, very, very big thank you for being here.
Of course.
It's great talking to you, man.
Of course. It was a great time, brother, and thankful that you see me as a leader. You know, but we all leaders, for real.
Yeah.
We just gotta take the bullet for it, you know, because being a leader ain't easy. You know,
because now you front and center.
Yep, you front and center, and you biting, you taking the flame for everybody. You know what I mean? So,
but there's a Yoruba parable that essentially it says for gold to shine has to go through the fire. So
wow,
take your hits, refine yourself, build yourself, and now look how they calling you beautiful.
Man, look at God, man. A refiner. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great episode. Y'all please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's been a great show. And remember, follow Garang.
Come on. Yeah, follow me. You know, follow me. GESUSMAJOK. All platforms. I think that's it. I don't know which camera to look at.
This
perfect. This one right here, right? Yes, sir. But yeah, we there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Also, if you
appreciate it, bro.
No problem. Hey, if y'all need to reach out about anybody, like you said, he has his own program, so tap in with him.
I do.
But it's been great.
Programs. Yep.
Yeah. Be safe.
Yeah. See y'all.